All right, hello, and welcome to Cull the Weak. I'm Robnar89. Thanks for dropping in. Gonna go ahead and open a few new Dark Tidings decks here this evening. Hopefully gonna get some games in a little later as well with them. See what we get. Looking for some fire. Here it is. Same box from yesterday. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to crack 2 more packs. Trying to be good. Trying to only open on stream here, so we'll see. What do I go with first? The left or the right? We'll put this one aside for now. You can wait over there. Fixed up my camera setup a little bit. I had a bit of an incident yesterday where I dropped my phone just before I was about to stream and it broke the camera. So I had to use my iPad and it was way too close. So hopefully this will be better situation. Let's look at the back here. I really liked my logos deck that I got yesterday with Eureka and a lot of other archiving. Morbius Scroll. I'm hoping for some more logos. Unfathomable was great. Looks like we're starting off with Untamed here. And I see some pink. Excellent. Unfathomable. And Sanctum. Great. Sanctum looks amazing in this set. Bursty. So here's my first Sanctum deck. Excellent. Very excited. Hoping for a Keyforge in Untamed. Kind of compare a little bit with the Sanctum. Obviously, you won't be able to trigger it the turn you drop it, but the burst helps. Still want to see a Dark Discovery out of Unfathomable, and Untamed is... I loved the infightings that I had. Board clears are hard to come by in this set, and I think infighting helps a lot. I'm going to get super confused this entire video, mixing up Untamed and Unfathomable. I'm going to be saying the wrong one constantly. This is Tad Invisition. Tad. We're going to call him Tad. This is Tad. Why do you make me read so many long words, Keyforge? That is not why I come to you. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so a classic Sanctum card here. This is a rare, so that's fun to get as the first card in the deck. 4 power, 3 armor, Mad Prophet Gizelheart. It's one of the leaders from, I think they first showed up in Mass Mutation, I want to say. I might be wrong about that. Maybe AOA. I don't know. Oh, no, it would be Worlds Collide. That's when the leaders started showing up. While Mad Prophet Gizelheart is in the center of your battle line, it gains action. Fully heal each non-mutant creature. Gain 1 amber for each creature healed in this way. Oh, this would be Mass Mutation then, because it's mutant. So that's going to be great in this set. To have that in this set, that's going to be excellent, because there's not a ton of mutants. So that could be awesome burst there. Trial by Water. This is a new action, so it's got an Amber Pip. It reads, play, reset the tide. Then start until the start of your next turn, players cannot raise the tide. So it doesn't raise the tide for you, but it does prevent your opponent from using tide effects. That's an interesting one. I'll have to see how useful it is. Bring low with a capture pip on it. That's unfortunate. I would like to have that somewhere else. But this is good. Solid amber control. Get that stop in. Capture all but 5 of your opponent's amber. That's great. Hopefully I get a big board so I can spread that amber out. This is going to help with that. Shoulder armor. 2 armor and 2 power while a creature's on a flank. That's great. A second shoulder armor. Okay, so now I really hope I have some Urians in here. Urian is the creature that reaps and gains amber for each point of armor that it has. So that could be excellent. Salvador also with a capture. Okay, so that's good. He's a beefy creature, so that's going to synergize well with our capturing. So that's excellent. What do we got? Hammer Gram. 3 damage to a creature and stun it. Great. Board control. I like it. I think it could have used a pip. Larry of the Lake. More armor. So now I really, really, really hope I have a Urian or 2. That would be excellent. Come on, Urian. Seneschal Sargassa. More capturing. Oh, I didn't read Larry. This is a new one for you. Larry of the Lake, 3 power. While the tide is high, each friendly creature gets +2 armor. So it's kind of like a Gray Monk, but dependent on the tide. Seneschal Sargassa, 6 power, 2 armor. After a player races the tide, they capture a creature they control captures 2 amber from their opponent. So keep in mind that's global. Your opponent can use it too. Come on, Urian. Sir Bever, more armor. Sir Bever is 1 power, 5 armor. He's taunt. So it's interesting card. Just keep that amber even more safe. So that's good. Keep my Urian that's right here even more safe. Come on, Urian. Ah, Staunch Knight. So I can have a really big Staunch Knight with the 2 shoulder armor. Come on, Urian. Another Staunch Knight. That's not what I wanted. Ah, okay. Well, there's no Urian, but we do have an Omnipus. Our first card in Unfathomable. So I can't be too upset about that. So Omnipus is fun. 8 power. Omnipus cannot fight. Play, discard the top 8 cards of your deck. Play each tentacle from your discard pile 1 at a time. Reap, gain 1 amber for each friendly tentacle. Here's a tentacle. A tentacle is 3 power. Skirmish, taunt. Tentacle cannot reap. So obviously, you play this. You have a bunch of tentacles. They keep it safe with taunt. And then you reap and gain a bunch of amber. So let's see how many tentacles we have. 1. I'd heard that this is not for sure, but I'd heard that there's minimum of 3, maximum of 7. So we'll see what we get here. So we know we have 2. We know for sure we'll have 3. Okay, come on, 4. Ooh, with a capture pip on it. That's nice. All right, 5. I'm hoping to go all the way. I want 7. No. All right, 4 tentacles. That's interesting. So that'll give us some efficiency if we can play it at the right time. If you can have it out before you flip your deck, you can make your second run through a little bit more efficient. So there's some value in that. While the tide is low, Valkunt cannot be used. Okay. Fight, reap, exhaust an enemy creature and each of its neighbors. Cool. That's great. It's 6 power creature that's a whatever that Brobnar card is. Tremor. Hookmaster, 4 power, 1 armor. Fight. If the tide is high, your opponent loses 2. Solid. So it looks like I'm going to need some tide, some cards to help me with tide, which I don't think we saw any. Trial by water, but that doesn't raise the tide. So let's hope we have some tide cards in here. A second Hookmaster. Okay. All these big creatures are going to synergize well with the Bring Low. Photic Raider. Play, capture 2. While the tide is high, Photic Raider gets +4 power. Okay, that's awesome. More capture. Portal. Okay, good. So there's some tide card for you. Portal reads play. If the tide is high, archive Portal. Otherwise, raise the tide. Got an amber pip. Solid. Rakuzla's Chant. Play. Exhaust each creature. If the tide is high, exhaust each creature. Sorry. Play. Exhaust a creature. If the tide is high, exhaust each creature instead. It says, tide goes in, tide goes out. Rakuzla will explain by the chosen one. That's cool. Okay, Seabringer Kiona. Kikoa. Taunt, destroyed, raise the tide. Another big creature to have amber on it. And Fangtooth Cavern. Okay, so Fangtooth Cavern might actually be a play here. There's a lot of big creatures. We'll have to see what else we have in Untamed, but you know, given the general lack of board control in this set, might be important. A second Fangtooth Cavern. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, this could be neat. Let's see. Mushroom Man, more big power creatures. Let's hope to get a whoa, I can't remember the name of it now. The card that you destroy it and then you destroy a creature and then you draw cards equal to half that creature's power. Let's see that. Assert Dominance. Okay, that's really helpful. There's lots of big creatures, so more board control. Deepwater Gruin. Oh, excuse me. Assert Dominance is play for the remainder of the turn. A friendly creature gains skirmish, ready and fight with that creature. So, yeah, just more board control. Excuse me. Deepwater Gruin. 2 amber pips, play/reap. If the tide is low, your opponent gains amber. Flumph. We know Flumph. More big creatures. And a second Flumph. Key Frog. Okay, that's good. So, like I said, there's some amount of burst in Sanctum here. Yeah, the Gizzleheart, Mad Prophet Gizzleheart, and that might fire because there's so much fighting, or like so much big creatures that you want to fight with a lot. So this Key Frog has potential to trigger. Mollymock, excellent. Get that R in there. Mollymock is 5 power, play, destroy an artifact. So that's really good to see. You definitely want the hard R because there's not a ton out there. The Fitness, make those creatures even bigger. Way of the Pixie, reap, gain 1. It's an upgrade. And a second Way of the Pixie. Okay, so this deck seems like it wants to sit on the board and just do a lot of reaping and keep your opponent off the board. Let's count the pips. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. Oh my. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's not too bad. The Sanctum was looking like it didn't have very many, but so board wipes are going to be a big problem for this deck. This deck wants to build up a big board of beefy creatures, capture your amber. I mean, there's not a ton of other capture mechanics. There's a couple pips. Yeah, because like the tentacles, they just fight down your opponent, right? Capture, yeah, okay. There's a good bit of capture. Fangtooth Cavern with Key Frog, excellent little combo there. So that could really make some big waves there if you're able to reap out with a big Untamed turn and then play down the Key Frog and then it blows up. I think you maybe play the Fangtooth Cavern here. I mean, there's a lot of big creatures. It probably depends on the matchup. What your opponent's deck looks like. You might have to discard them. Let's look at Amber Control. Oh, and these count as Amber too. So that would be like 13 maybe. So it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's count Amber Control, Untamed. Looks like it's got nothing. This is some Amber Control. Call that 2. Amber Control, but slow. 1 for each of those. Call that 4. Salvador. We only get the value from 1 Salvador, though. 5, and then bring low. Yeah, so not a ton of Amber Control. So that's a problem. Even with the capturing, it's not going to be that much capturing. So you have to time the bring low well. You have to make it count. Or it's just, you're going to just get, like, they're just going to have too much. You want to rush and use Key Frog, but you have to rush by reaping. So it's going to be tricky. Yeah. Decent bit of board control. It'll be hard for your opponent to stay on the board. Board wipes are going to be a problem. Massive rush decks are going to be a problem. So I think this deck has potential. I think it might struggle in some matchups. So we'll put it aside for now and look at our second deck for today. All right, let's see the name first for this one. Mr. Q Gigatum. Okay. Mr. Q. My deck that I opened yesterday was Mr. W. Mr. W Break Cosm, and now I have Mr. Q Gigatum. Mr. Q and Mr. W. Let's see if Mr. Q's got the heat like Mr. W. Or maybe it's got more heat. Neat looking the Archon there. Cool stuff. Alright, let's see. We've got Saurian. I believe this is my first Saurian deck here. So, yeah. Yeah, this is the first Saurian. So, there's some potential for a big Imperial Forge. Imperial Forge is back in a way that it wasn't in the previous set, where it occurred, because there's a lot of like exalting and capturing, like more than before. And you can use the spend amber on your creatures card as well. So I'm hoping for a nice Imperial Forge deck here. What do we got? Logos, good. Logos likes Sanctum, or likes excuse me. Logos likes dinos, because at least in the previous sets you could set up the really big dino plays with your Logos. So let's hope for some more archiving like we saw in our last Logos. Let's obviously keep hoping for the groundbreaking discovery combo. I really want that. I want to find that. Sanctum. More Sanctum. So again, looking for burst there. Board control is really solid in Sanctum, and they have one of the best tide control cards. Marshall Ewer, I believe it is. Marshall Ewer, which is 4 power, 2 armor, play/fight, raise the tide. It's excellent. Excellent way to keep consistently get tide control. Mr. Q. Let's see if my Mr. decks have a trend of being excellent. I was very happy with the Mr. deck I opened yesterday. Mr. W. Come on, Mr. Q. What do you got? Okay. Ruins of Arcanus. It's got an Amber Pip. It's a treasure So artifact, it says play, put 4 amber on Ruins of Arcanus from the common supply, archive a card. After a player plays their 6th card in a turn, if Ruins of Arcanus is ready, move each amber from Ruins of Arcanus to that player's pool. Okay, so if Ruins of Arcanus is ready, so that means you can't use it the turn that you play it. So you always give your opponent a chance to get it first, which is not great. This might be a discard. We'll have to see what else we get in the deck. And certainly in certain matchups, it would still be a discard regardless. Oh, cool. This guy's back. 2 power, elusive, Vespilion Theorist. Elusive, reap, choose a house, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's of that house, archive it and gain 1. Otherwise, discard it. So just giving you some efficiency. Help you get through your deck. That's a cool one. Anomaly Exploiter, classic. That's good. Get that board control in. Archon's Callback. Omega, play, draw 5 cards. Excellent if you've got that first little mini turn. If you've got the very first turn, it's a great way to start. Also makes you it makes me want to have a lot of creatures in Logos here, which we are not seeing. Oh, 1 creature. You want to have a creature heavy Logos for this to work, right? So you can, if you have like 2 cards in hand, you play them out. This is one of them. You use your Logos board, and then you play this, and then it ends your turn, and you draw 5. So you end your turn with 8 cards or whatever. 9 cards. All right. Let's see what we got next. Mind Bullets. Excellent. Action. Play, deal 1 damage to each creature for each card you have played this turn. So this deck has 2 cards so far that want to play a lot of cards in a turn. So hopefully we'll see some big archiving or draw mechanic in Logos here. Okay, Australia Seaborg. Reap, deal 2 damage to a creature. If its damage destroys that creature, raise the tide. So that's a good one to help you maintain control of the tide. Edai, that's good. So a little bit of archiving and that, of course, key cost control as well. Double Edai. Excellent. This is very good. We like this. Let's hope for some more archiving support. Hydro Cataloger. That's good. If you can raise the tide for free a lot, this is good. So far, we don't have a lot of good options for that. Hydro Cataloger is an artifact. It's got an Amber Pip. It's an item. After a player raises the tide, they archive the top card of their deck. Yeah, so if I have a lot of archiving support in here, that's great. This also, like I said, it will synergize super well with the Edais. Just get that key cost up extra high. Information exchange. Okay, that's good. A little bit of amber control. Phase shift. That's good. We like the efficiency. That helps us with our play lots of cards in a turn required cards, as does the archiving. Although the problem with the Edai for archiving is that you're not archiving Logos cards. Theoretically, you could archive another house and then be able to play 6 of that house in a turn, and the artifact would still work. But we'll see. What do we got? Okay, Talmage Steelheart. Play, give Talmage Steelheart a +1 power counter for each card you have played this turn, including this one. Cool. Yeah, it's all right. Not super exciting, but again, we want play lots of cards mechanic, and this, it's okay. It's fine. Okay, we are on to Sanctum, and look at that. We have the first Maverick. I love it. A Sanctum Deepwater Gruin. That is so cool. How'd you get in here, little guy? That's awesome. Okay, cool. So He's just he's 5 power and he's play reap. If the tide is low, your opponent gains amber. So this is normally an untamed card, but I said I was hoping for some burst, and that's what I got. Okay, Ethereal Seas chosen. So this is a linked rarity card. I think the next one should be right here. Yeah. Okay. This is a linked rarity card. Seas chosen is while the tide is high, Ethereal Seas chosen gains skirmish and fight gain 2. That's pretty great. Ethereal Lands chosen, they always come together. While the tide is low, Lands chosen gets +3 armor and gains reap capture 2. That's not so good. Okay, it's all right. So disincentivizing your opponent from raising the tide a little bit, but not if they're both out. If they're both out, then they have no disincentive to raise the tide. Anyway, we did a card talk episode on these ones, so if you want to hear more about my thoughts about that, check that out. Cleansing Wave. Okay, excellent. Burst. Do we have a lot of creatures to be damaged or to damage? We have some creatures. We'll see if there's any good synergies in here. A second Cleansing Wave. Okay. That could be bad. Salvador, that's good. That means we're going to see some capture pips. Grand Melee, excellent. Destroy each creature that does not share a house with at least one of its neighbors. So some board clear potential. Hammergram, deal 3 damage to a creature and stun it. We saw that in the other deck. Martial Ewer, this is the one I was talking about. Play/fight, raise the tide. Good. So we have some good tide control between those two creatures. We have decent ways to manage the tide. A Staunch Knight. Taxing Journey. A friendly creature captures 1. Each of its neighbors that shares a house with it also capture 1. This is interesting because it does not synergize with the Grand Melee. This tells you to put your creatures together. This tells you not to put creatures of the same house together. This one tells you not to put creatures of the same house together. So, interesting anti-synergy there. Here's a Urian. Here's that Urian I wanted in the other deck. Let me go sneak it into the other deck. Reap. Gain amber equal to Urian the circumspects amber. It's 3 power and 1 armor. I don't see any armor boosting stuff in here, so that's really disappointing. And we're on to Saurian, whatever this thing is called. The first card, an action with a pip, it's called Enlist Numeri. Take control of an enemy creature with amber on it. While it's under your control, it belongs to House Saurian. Excellent. Yeah, that could be really helpful, especially if we have some ways to exalt the enemy creatures, to put amber onto the enemy creatures so we can choose which one we're taking. Gladodontus. Okay, we know this one. I think this might be better in this set because the board control is really helpful here. There's not a lot of options for board control. We'll see. Paraguardian, that's great. Get some wards out there. Not a ton of warding in the set. Pterodactyl, okay. Lots of big dinos here. More board control. Board-based board control. Console Primus. So this is good because this lets you move amber. So that'll pair nicely with our Enlist Numeri. So we can specify which creature we want to take control of. Okay. Octavia. This is good. More Octavia. More amber control. Okay, here we go. Lapisaurus. 4 power, 2 armor. It's got this one picked up a capture pip, which is great because this would be a good place to capture if this is your only creature. Taunt. And while attacking Lapisaurus, enemy creatures gain before fight exalt this creature. So they have to pay you amber essentially to take care of it. Okay, great. So we have that's perfect. A Medicus Lashes. It luscious, whatever. It's also got a capture pip on it, and while the tide is high, you may spend amber on friendly creatures as if it were in your pool. So it's basically a tide dependent Brachus. That's excellent and pairs very nicely with the capture. A second one of those. Okay, so just keep that threat alive. It might not always fire because your opponent can just take the tide if all else fails, but that's still good to make them take those chains. That's excellent. Reach advantage. Play if the tide is high, a friendly creature captures 3, otherwise raise the tide. Good. So more tide control. Amber capture is kind of unfortunate. It's just like the bring low in the other one. It has the capture pip on it, which is not great. You kind of want that spread out, but it pairs very nicely with the 2 Licious. Basically give you the shot at spending your opponent's amber. Let's hope we get that Imperial Forge here. That would be so nice to have with the 2 Licious. That lets you have the opportunity to forge spending that opponent's amber before they have the chance to get it back. You get to double dip on your Imperial Forge. Nope. A second reach advantage. Still decent. Seems like quite a bit of amber control in this deck. Let's look at amber control first. So we have these 2 that capture 3. So that's 6. I'll count that pip. 7, 8, 9. 9 points of capture so far, which is going to be 10. Counted as 11 since there's the potential for more. This, I don't know if I count that. Count it as 1 capture. So there's a lot of capture. There's not a lot of stealing or elimination. There's 1 steal here. There's key cost control, so that's good. So I would say this deck has decent capture if it can stay on the board. Decent amber control if it can stay on the board. So in set, this should do well. If there's lots of board wipes around, it might struggle. It's got a lot of big creatures. Oh, I didn't even mention these 2. The Octavias. So much capturing. You might not even use the Octavias just because you might have enough captured already and just want to reap with them instead. Let's see. Let's look at pips. 1, 2. This can potentially get you an extra one. In this deck with all the capturing, there's a good chance. Excuse me. 3, 4. I don't know how to count these because there's no mass damaging things, but you might do a decent bit of fighting. Maybe count them as 1 each. 6, 7, 8. Thank you, Fuzzy. 9, 10. Not a ton. And I don't know if you can even play. I mean, there's so much tide control. The Hydra Cataloger has value, so maybe you have potential to pull this off, but if your opponent has efficiency, you're not going to want to do it. That's definitely troublesome. Let's count creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 creatures. So both the decks I opened tonight are definitely like board dependent decks. Whoops. Let me do that over here for you. So yeah, I definitely opened some board dependent decks here. So let's go ahead and see how they do. Gonna need to be doing a lot of reaping. Tad and Mr. Q. Tad and Mr. Q. I'm going to do a little Cull the Weak style tonight, and one of these decks I'm going to keep, and one of these I'm going to have to put up for sale. I actually ended up putting up for sale one of the ones I opened last night, not Mr. M, the other one. And that's just going to be my challenge for tonight. I keep one, I sell one after a game with each. And I don't know. I think right now I might be leaning towards Tad. I do like all the tide control in Mr. Q, so we'll have to see after the games. I love a good rush key cheat deck. Mr. Q has decent board control, so we will see. Let me get set up here. All right, I'm just going to scan the decks in here, and then my opponent should be ready in a little bit. I'm going to play both of mine, and he's going to... I'm playing against Logan this evening, Logan Composer, and he's going to be playing a few of his decks. Scan that QR code. All right. I am ready for the game. All set up and ready to go. And I'm going to go with Mr. Q first. Mr. Q. Looks fun. I'm excited. Vegetative Varish of the Town. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, they've got he's got some cleansing waves in there as well, and also a bring low. Red Hand Registry. That's not going to matter too much here. I think I only have one stealing effect in this entire deck, so that's fine. Horrific Rod does some stunning and exhausting, I believe. Oh, hi, Dan. Dan is watching. This is not a super great opener. You can get some efficiency with the Edai, but without recursion, I might say no to that right now. I think this, I just toss this. Just, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. That was a very good mulligan. Okay, so there's that horrific Rog. Exhausted creature or an artifact. Oh, it doesn't stun. It just exhausts. That's good. That's cool. All right, we're going to go with the Anomaly Exploiter. Edai, put away the only thing that's not Logos. Oh, whoops, that should have come last. That's fine. That's fine. Could have had one more power on there, but that's okay. Look at that. All the Logos coming up first. That's cool. So this is a situation where the Archon's callback is not going to help me too much here. Because I already have 3 Logos cards in hand, and one of them's an Edai, so, you know. It wouldn't be too great. So, it's still more efficient for me to go Logos, even though I can't use my critters. What did he do? Okay, Persistence Hunting, Waste Not on the Mollymawk. That's the card I was thinking of earlier. Hard to say. I think I go Sanctum here because I'm going to want to go back into Logos and use those Reap effects. Sanctum Logo still gets me 4 cards though, and yeah, and then I get to draw an extra one still. Yeah, let's just do Logos. Can't ever stop Logos. No, I don't take the cards in the hand. What? There we go. Come on. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Just put that away. It's fine. My Unfathomable has a lot of exhausting. Okay. That's good to know, I guess. All right. Okay, so this turned out fine because I still have a lot of Logos cards on the board, and I still have a good reason to go into Logos here. So hopefully this works. But he's going to exhaust something with his Rod. Okay, so I can't use the tide raising thing. That makes sense. That was well played. I can do some reaping. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 amber, and possibly 7. And yeah, this is good. I might want to fight down. Oh no, this is the key cost guy. I don't care about that. That's fine. Well, let's see if I can get the effect of this thing, and that would put me up to 7, which would mean that I could. It might make sense to get rid of that. I found that you have to do a lot. This set seems to make me want to do a lot more fighting than previous sets because there's not a lot of other ways to take care of the board. And I want this card to be Sanctum. Because I think there's a lot of Sanctum that's gone by already. Oh, good. I was right. You're in. Or, sorry, there's a lot of Sanctum left in the deck. Not a lot of Sanctum has gone by already. Excellent. So... yeah, we're going to just do this, because why not? Why not? I don't think either of us has much of a chance of triggering it, but I think he has less of a chance. So this makes sense to fight here, because if I don't fight, he can definitely stop me. I don't know. It might not have made a lot of sense for him to go back, but I don't ready. Oh, that must have been... he must have played something to do that. Yeah, Storm Surge. Ouch. Ouch. That's fine, because I want to go Sanctum next, or Dinos next. I cannot say the name of this house tonight. I want to go Dinos next for sure. One second here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so definitely going Dinos. What do I do? Capture a bunch of amber is what I do. Okay, this deck is looking better than I may have thought at first. Now, if I'd been smart, I would have left the Edite on the edge so that I could ward it with my Par Guardian. And put it behind Taunt. Or put it behind Taunt, I guess. Alright, I want Octavia to be next to the Paraguardian in case that needs to be a thing. This can go on the other edge. Or on the extreme edge, I should say. I'm going to need to capture a lot. Keep the one that does tide control on the flank, or behind Taunt. That's good. So we'll capture some onto there. We'll do one onto there. Oh, I see that. Raise the tide. And I archived a card. Excellent. And we'll do the big capture onto there. That makes sense. There we go. With mind bullets. Okay, that's a potential combo. Mind bullets into cleansing wave. And I've got phase shift. So if he puts out... Oh, it's each creature. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, I totally missed that. How did I miss that? Is so cool. Oh, this is happening. Oh, wow. Oh, this is happening. Oh, he just stunned every creature. That makes this less cool, but, well, it doesn't make this any less cool, actually. It makes this just as cool. Awesome. Okay, he's got Red Hand Registry, so I might actually need to pitch this information exchange. I don't want to skip my Forge a Key step. And it's not going to keep him off. And I'm about to get a gigantic burst. Okay, let's count if it's worth playing. Oh, wait. Yeah, do I play the phase shift first? Do I want to do 2 damage to everything so that I can get the extra value of getting these 3 and his Urian? So that's 4. So that's 4 extra for doing 2 damage to all my creatures, basically. Nothing would die. Yeah, nothing would die. So I think it's worth it. 4 extra Ember. Huge burst. And I'm just going to be in... I think he's going to be in trouble. Okay, so... Do not take the archives. Let's unstun everything first, so I don't forget to do that. That would be very annoying. Discard information exchange. Do not play it. Boom. That's so cool. I just got 11 Amber. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. And I can steal his Urian. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. I was not super keen on this deck at first. This is super fun. I still think a board wipe would be very painful, right? I don't think this deck can handle board wipes well. What did he bubble? Galapagos. Yeah. Or Galeotops, whatever. Gladiodontus. I can read. Gladiodontus is back on the top. That's okay. That rod. Okay. So I think I just go Saurian and have fun. This is also going to stop him from forging, so... oh, wait, no, I don't think it will. Because if I pull Archive to get the capture Pip, then I reduce the key cost by 2. So I can let him forge. That's probably fine. Or I go... The alternative is to go Sanctum, and it can stun that, which is good. Taxing Journey. I don't get to check, though. And then this is too fun. So we're going Saurian. The question is, do I pull the archive? Or do I make him pay 8? I think I pull it because I'm so far ahead. If I put down 2 possibilities for him to, it'll make it that much harder for him. And he'll probably end up having to take chains is what it'll do. But I mean, he can definitely stop me either way. So maybe making him pay is the right call. I can't. Ooh, yeah, the coagulator with the E-Dice is really good. Do I make him pay, or do I increase my chances of being able to use the Amper that's on the board for me? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how this goes. So sad that mass stun. I think that's going to be a big card in this game, because in this set, because there's not a lot of board wipes. So Radiant Truth is just going to be very, very effective. Let's put it there. You can go on that side. Reap. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, with the 2 cleansing wave and the archiving, it definitely makes that combo a little bit easier to pull off. The poison wave, or the mind bullets with cleansing wave, and it's also got a huge board. So I think there's some potential there. Yeah, to how often do you have those 3 cards in your hand all at once? It's hard, but you might be able to mind bullets and then just follow up the next turn with cleansing wave fairly often. Like, doing it all at once was excellent. I don't think that happens all the time, and I won. He does not have what he needs to stop me here. That wave combo was so cool. All right, now I'm going to switch to the other one. Mr. Q. My Mr. Decks. My Mr. Decks are doing me good. Thank you, Mister. Gonna switch to Tad now. Switch to Tad. All right. Leave the game. I think I need to import it still. Yeah, that was a really fun game. I'm definitely stoked about that deck. Yeah, just the logos coming out early helped me a lot. That Cleansing Wave combo was incredible. Definitely put me over the edge there. Yeah, still worried about big board wipes that this deck seems to need to stay on the board to maintain amber control. So that's a problem. But I was denying him from getting very much amber at all. Oh, whoops. I sent him the wrong link. That won't do it. There you go. All right. Tad. What do you got, Tad? What do you got? Let's find out. Abnormally undulating Montana. You might need to get that looked at, Montana. That's a very abnormal undulation there. Okay, so we got 2 first or last. So that's the Purge card. Purge high, Purge low. Oh, that's so good against my Omnipus. No. Doorstep to Heaven. Although it might be fine to just purge out the Omnipus and, then I don't have to draw the tentacles again. I don't know. We'll have to see. Marshall's in there. Two one-eyed Willas. Yikes. Okay. This looks interesting. Illusions of Grandeur. That's a one you need to look out for. You need to be paying attention for that. Or you could just let your opponent get 3 amber. Okay, what do I do here? Do I keep this hand? 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess just start with Omnipus and see where it goes. Hope he doesn't have first or last. One of the two. Let's just try it. Let's just go for it. If I can get Valucant behind Taunt, that could be great. This is very interesting. You can always capture the 2 with it, but only when the tide is high is it get the increased power. Very interesting. One-eyed Willa. Okay, here we go. I get 1 tentacle. That's it? Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Not a great distribution of cards either. Like a perfectly random distribution of cards. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, it's probably better to play the Omnipus near the end. I probably should have mulliganed, but I wanted to get that Omnipus going on. And now I can't even go back into Unfathomable because my hand is full of other stuff. And there's the first or last. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. Well, I may have just totally thrown this game. Oh, that's funny. It's okay. I'm not gonna get too upset. All right, let's go Sanctum here. Don't put Keyfrog out yet, since I can avoid it. Get this thing beefier, since it's what's going to be on the flank. And there's 2 tentacles. Oh my gosh. The tentacles are so bad now. Oh, they're so bad. I forgot first or last is choose. So I was thinking like, oh, if he plays it and then I have a bunch of tentacles and Omnipus, it'll purge out everything and then I won't have to draw it again. But that is not accurate. That was completely wrong. Oh boy. I hope you're ready for some tentacles. Because here we go. We're gonna have a little tentacle party over here. That's capture. That's exhausted creature. That's also exhausted creature. I think I'll hit there with the Valakant. Actually, maybe I hit here because I can fight the this thing with my tentacle. There we go. Really wish I had that Omnipus on the board right now. That would be awesome. Could have just gotten 4 amber right there. Yeah, just lots of big boards. Lots of big boards in this. Ransack discarded the Marshall Ewer. Excellent. That is very good news. He wanted that Ewer. He wanted that free tide control, and I said, no. No, sir. All right, and back to my turn. What do I do? I guess I could go Unfathomable again. I mean, I've got quite a decent board. I was thinking Untamed, but why? Oh gosh, what did you just stole everything? You just stole all my stuff. I had amber, sir. Oh my gosh. That is... Ugh. So I can only reap twice, but like, hey, I can control his board with tentacles. Like, the Whisper's elusive. That's poisonous. I can kill that. I can kill this. And then get it Willa. Yeah, he's got a bunch of shadows, so I can kill this and get it Willa. I think that might be my best bet. And then just exhaust a bunch of stuff and reap. All right, let's fight first so that everything's in the right order when we go to exhaust. We don't want to be exhausting creatures that You're going to end up dead. Oh, I forgot that that's elusive because the tide is low. And I wanted to raise the tide anyway so I could use this guy. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. New mechanic. Gotta learn that new mechanic. All right. That's very unfortunate. Let's do this. Exhaust those ones. And we'll just go ahead and... Oh, you know what? That's silly of me. I should have done what I said earlier and fought first. I should have just finished Will off with that after I messed up, but that's okay. That is okay. Man, I really wish I had that Omnipus now. That would be another 4 amber. Okay, Tad, I think you might be better than I was, a tad better than I was anticipating here, but the right away purged Omnipus did not help. I was thinking too, like, do I shuffle this away and like hope to have it later? But you know, there's a good chance that he tries to hold that first or last, and he's got 2 of them. So what could I do? Let's see if this blows everything up here. Okay, let's see what he did. I had to fix something on the stream real quick there. Staunch Knight, Urian, Shifting Battlefield to do several things. Okay. And he is in check. Man. I mean, I can do another turn where I gain no amber and like control the board, but see this, you could see how this Omnipus strategy could work really well if it wasn't for the fact that I'm silly and well, I got it purged. It's not really worth going into Sanctum to stop him here. Yeah, I think I need to go Untamed and get some more cards in here. Let's put Way of the Pixie onto here so I can get some burst in Unfathomable. Get that down behind some taunt. Let's put this over on the other side, and let's put this on this side so that it can still be in the middle if I manage to destroy Keyfrog for value. There's another tentacle. Hooray. This is just a no amber nightmare. The the Omnipus is very important. I'm gonna go out on a limb, a limb, and say that the actual Omnipus itself is a very important component to any Omnipus deck. Brain damage. Ugh, yikes. So interesting thing, I would be able to get. Oh well, he put my Way of the Pixie away. I would have been able to get to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 2 in the pool. So if he doesn't take any, I would have been able to get to 6 and then fight the Key Frog and forge with it. I don't know if it would have been a worthwhile turn though. Still have this Mad Prophet. Fully heal each non-mutant creature. Gain 1 for each creature healed this way. There's nothing damaged. Nothing is damaged. I need to Mind Bullets again. Sink or swim. Yeah. Well, that makes Sanctum more appealing. I could do the action, but it gives me as much as Reaping, since there's 1 damaged creature. I think I'd just go Sanctum, just because this Untamed looks really bad. And, yeah, Unfathomable looks really bad, and Untamed is not even an option, so try to get some efficiency in. Let's put these on some... Put it on some tentacles just to spread out the value a little bit. Make sure nothing's too big of a target. Just Reap. Not going to heal his creature. Okay. Hopefully my Unfathomable is available for use on the next turn, because I've got a lot in the hand here. Almost all of the rest of it. Both Fangtooth Caverns are in the final 7 cards. It's unfortunate. Oh, this is not on a flank. Why does it have... That's weird. Huh. Oh, no. Silly me. Larry gives it the armor, and the Tide effect gives it the power. Silly me. What's this one? Trench. the end of your turn, place 1 depth counter on Kilgog's Trench. Then destroy each creature with power equal to the number of depth counters on the trench. Ooh, that's spooky. My tentacles are gonna die. No. And I can't even go into Unfathomable because they got destroyed there. Yikes. Okay, he still hasn't played his Illusions of Grandeur. So that's interesting. Man, he's just making all my turns just bad. All my turns just seem super inefficient. I don't have a lot I can do. I think I have to just go with Unfathomable and do some wacky, like just fight, I guess. Fight 3 times and just get cards out. Let me see. Let's just capture. We can put it on the Gruen. That's fine. Incentivize him to kill it now before the deck flips. So do I want to get rid of Urian? That would be 2 fights. Staunch Knight would be all of them could take out Staunch Knight. 2 fights could take out Urian, and then do 3 damage here. So that gets me no amber. This gets me 2 amber. Neither way do I get close to forging. Urian is more of a problem, so let's take care of it. Get on my way to getting that amber back. If I raise the tide... Oh, actually, I'll raise the tide, and then I'll get it. There we go. Perfect. Excuse me. Finally, I get a Fangtooth Cavern. All the 3s are about to go, though, so I don't even know if I play it at this point. Untamed is going to be my next house, but almost certainly. Yikes. Stir up trouble, taking out my Valkunt and my Deepwater Gruen. Yikes. Oh man, this match is painful. It's very painful. Oh, I get to raise the tide. He destroyed my Seabringer. And now all the 3s are going to go. He's going to be very close to check, if not in check. I don't know if he'll get more here. Boom. There it is. The chains. The chains are heavy. That's a lot of chains. Oh, he didn't realize that he was making the tide high for me when he destroyed the big guy. Yep. Okay, this is good. Yeah, we can do this. We're going to put it out there. We're going to see how it goes. So, I can fight with the Mushroom Man and kill the Staunch Knight, but I don't get to check. Or I can fight with this, and my opponent loses 2, and I'll do some damage there. I like that. Because if it put me to check, I would do it, but since it doesn't, this makes more sense, I think. Let me see. What 3 cards am I about to draw? 3 Sanctum. So let's put it on Salvador. Because I'm probably going to go Sanctum next turn. Goodbye, Sea Urchin. I am very far behind in this game. This is looking tough. Looking tough. Okay. Oh, let's just get out some Sanctum, I guess. Make that extra big. Why not? This is going to die at the end of my turn. Oh, that was silly of me. I should not have put the shoulder armor on the Staunch Knight. Because it's very hard to keep 2 creatures consistently on your flank. And look, I'm drawing back into the tentacles. How exciting. Excellent. I'm so glad. He's got a bunch of chains, but it's it's rough. There's the Illusions of Grandeur. Does not choose, so I have to choose Sanctum on my next turn. Yikes. Let's hope he doesn't remove any of my creatures. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. If I don't choose Sanctum, I lose. Oh, man. And all I can do is this. That's literally all I can do. Fangtooth may have been a bad call. I don't know. It would have been better earlier in the game, but now it's not doing me much good. Oh yeah, Doorstep to Heaven. That's really, it's getting work done with my 2 amber. Okay, so he's not in check, so I don't lose quite yet. I have a little bit of amber control. Oh, did I have that? It doesn't matter. I wouldn't have wanted to do that anyway. Let's get rid of that one. I got bring low, so I'll be able to drag this out for another turn probably. Unless he's got brain drain or something. He's going shadows. Booby trap. All right, well, I can stop him. We'll make this guy this super gigantic mushroom man. Ooh, I might be able to get a key. I can, if he doesn't take more than 2 of my amber, I can key cheat out a key on my next turn, and that will be the end of the game because I have no amber control left. Oh, I have Seneschal Sargassa. Still not going to cut it. Not going to be enough. So let's get a key. Let's get a key. Just put the cats down just for fun. Hooray, I got a key. It was very one-sided. I was crushed there. I got a key in for honor, so that's good. So yeah, it seems like my I would have been doing a lot better if the Omnipus hadn't been purged, right? I will say that. I'm not sold completely that this deck is going to be real top shelf. I think my original assessment that Mr. Q is a better deck is accurate. So I think I'm going to go ahead and say I will call Tad and go ahead and put it up for sale on DOK. I'm going to keep Mr. Q. This has been Cull the Weak live stream. I'm Brobnar89. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of my content, check out, we've got a lot of card talk videos that just go over cards in the new set. We've got 1 week for each house. So check out those videos. We do KFPL streams. We do Cull the Weak. We do a extended version of this. And I will be opening more decks. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I've got more Dark Tidings to open. And I am committed to only opening them when I play them. So I got a lot of work to do. Alrighty. Thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you next time.